Hi VC, this is Bev here, Clarkovision, and since I got the rest of my deliveries in today actually, I was quite amazed to get them all in one go. I thought I would just do the video tonight, that way I can get them shown and filed away. So today's actually felt a bit like Christmas Day for me. It's been, as far as the mail goes, it's been quite a nice day. So what I've got is I've got the rest of my the stuff I ordered from the AFM virus sale. That's came in. Another eBay item that I had grabbed on the cheap, that came in, and another couple of Amazon grabs as well that I decided to pull the trigger on at just the weekend there. So there's vinyl and CDs here, so again I'll just get started on the CDs. So more from the AFM record sale. I picked up another Brainstorm. As I say, I mentioned this band in the previous video. Excellent German solid heavy metal. And this one is their album Fire Soul. It's another digipack, and it also has a bonus live CD. Is it a CD? It says CD on the back. I'm sure. It's a CD, this one. So you've got like audio from the Bang Your Head Festival, I think it is, which took place in 2014. Would that be right? It does tell you somewhere. Anyway, probably tells you in the book actually, which is, you know, there it is, album bonus, and the booklet's in here, similar to the previous one, and again this was reduced, so I just thought I'd grab another couple of them. And what I was also interested in, if I just move that out of the way, what I was also interested in, and Paul, I think it was you that mentioned it in the comments on my previous video, this album, Midnight Ghost. This is Brainstorm's latest album. And I hummed and hawed about getting it on either the vinyl or the CD, because I quite like the artwork, albeit it's a bit creepy, and there's this horrible spider thing here, but the poor person is hiding away under the bed covers there, and, you know, Midnight Ghost, so it's obviously midnight and everything's haunting this poor person. I have to say, I would hate that. However, this is their latest album, Midnight Ghost. It came out in 2018. I've heard bits of this album and thought it sounded amazing, so I thought I would grab that. And this is another kind of digipack, but unlike this one, which is the usual kind of card, sort of matte finished cards with a pouch there for the booklet. This one's, it's more like the media book with the hard backings. However, instead of this, the pockets that the CD slide in, it's got the plastic fittings with the trays on the inside, front and back, and the booklet's in the middle this time, but it's attached as well, and you know, you've got some cool pictures, lyrics, band members, etc., and loads of stuff. Now the bonus disc on this one, that's the hype sticker which I kept as well. The bonus disc on this one is a DVD, and it's a Scary Creatures Over Europe tour live in Stuttgart. So Scary Creatures was the one I picked up, and it would be in yesterday's video, I think it was. So that's 3 Brainstorms I picked up. This one I think was closer to the full price because it's the more recent, but the other 2 were definitely reduced. The hype sticker, just for information, says, what have we got here? The best Brainstorm album since Soul Temptation. Well, I don't have that one, so I'm wondering what that one sounds like. Supreme power metal with balls and melody, it says. produced, mixed and mastered by Seed Leverman of Orden, Ogan and Rhapsody of Fire fame. He's obviously worked with these guys before, so that is basically what the hype sticker says. So absolutely cool. I can't wait to get this one spinning. And another one I grabbed, which is a band I don't know much about at all, and just getting this out because of the hype sticker on here as well. For this one, this was also from the sale, and the band is Iron Mask. And according to my wee bits of information, I was checking on where this band is from. They appear to be from Belgium, this band, a Belgian power metal band. Again, more excellent artwork. It's the back. And so this is 2016 AFM Records. Here is the CD itself. And as I say, this band, I don't know a lot about them, but I sampled them briefly on YouTube, and I thought, like that, I'll just grab it, because it was reduced, obviously. And the hype sticker on this one says this 77-minute long, so I'm thinking 77 minutes, that is quite long. Behemoth, that's maybe, I don't know, of an album. Merges neoclassical inspired metal with an epic approach, reminding of Dio fans, if you're out there, reminding of Dio long tracks from the 80s. So that is what the hype sticker says there, and you will not be able to read that either, probably. But yeah, so some Dio reference here. And incidentally, the name of the album is Diabolica. Yeah, that sounds more like something that belongs in Mark G with a C's collection. Just going with that title there, but yeah. So we've got 12 tracks on here, and track number 12 seems to be a 14 minute long, 13 minutes 55 seconds. So that'll account for the extra minutes, probably. But yeah, I have sampled a little bit of this. Sounded good enough for me to buy. So Iron Mask, and I don't know, this could be the first I've had picked up from a Belgian band. I could be wrong on that, but anyway. So that is Iron Mask. So that was the last of the CDs. I have got some vinyl from the sale, but that was the last of the CDs from the sale. So the last two CDs are a couple of Amazon grabs, and this is Tank, believe it or not. This is my first ever thing I've owned from Tank. Now Tank were originally a new wave of British heavy metal band. They came out way back in that scene, and I think, you know, they disbanded, and I think one of the guys resurrected the band and got the band back together, and then apparently one of the guys was kicked out or something, and the other two guys went on to make some records, and the guy that got kicked out formed his own version of Tank. So there's kind of, I believe there's now sort of two versions of Tank. One of them features two of the guys, which is this one, and the other one features the other guy. And I don't know if they all agreed on using the name or what. I'm not really sure on the details behind the band's history, but it's kind of like they've split into two parts, although there was a trio of them. So this version of Tank has the two guitar players. It's Mike Tucker and Cliff Evans are the two original guys that are in this half, or this version of Tank. So this album came out in 2015 on Metal Mind Productions. It's a Polish label, I believe, and it's, you know, it was pressed and printed in Poland. So yeah, Metal Mind Productions. Valley of Tears is the album. Digipack. That's the back, which is kind of a matte finish, so there's not the same glare. Now, those who are fans of the original Tank might not like this as much. Oh, that's the hype sticker on the floor for that one. But I was listening to this and I quite liked what I heard actually, and it is just, you know, new wave of British heavy metal. It is just that type of stuff, just a little bit more modern sounding. It's just straight up metal, hard rock kind of stuff. And I like the songs. There's a lot of good, decent songs on here. Obviously they've got a different singer. And the booklet is just the usual lyrics, etc, etc. It tells you who the band members all are here. And the other three guys, I've no idea who they are. In fact, it tells you on the hype sticker. Where's it landing? Right at my foot here. 1 second. I'm going to just hit this button. So it did say, I don't know the first guy's, this guy, his first name is ZP, Zip, and then his surname is Theart, so it's like Thart, or I don't know. Anyway, he was ex-Dragon Force. Then you've got Bobby Shutakowski, I've probably said that wrong as well, ex-Sodom, and Baron Courbois, Blind Guardian. So that's the other three boys that have joined the two original guitarists. So, and altogether they make quite a decent album. So, after all that, Tank. I have now got something from Tank. It's pretty decent, I think. And the last of the CDs, another Amazon grab, Mob Rules and Radical Peace is this album. Again, this is also AFM Records, but it wasn't on AFM Records website. So this album came out in 2009, and this is only my second album by Mob Rules, but what I can tell you is I absolutely adore the sound of this band. Again, they're German, they've been around since, I think they formed in the 90s. I've got their debut album up there, which is excellent, and they're just German heavy metal, melodic German heavy metal. I kind of put them, I'd possibly place them somewhere in between a mixture of Bonfire and Brainstorm, actually. That kind of idea, but yeah, just good, solid heavy metal. This band has been around for a while and they know what they're doing, but I really enjoy them. If you haven't checked them out, I do recommend them. They're one of these bands that obviously, I think they must have taken their name after the Black Sabbath album, Mob Rules. I'm guessing that's where they got their title from. However, you know, I don't think they really go out their way to sound anything like Black Sabbath. I think they've got their own sound. I certainly didn't get any Black Sabbath, anything that was obviously Black Sabbath when I first listened to them before, and I don't get it here either. This is an interesting album. There is a kind of a epic 18-minute piece called the Oswald File, which is kind of split into five tracks in one, if you like. And it's about this bloke called Oswald, who I think was going to be charged, he's about to be charged with the death of JFK, and I can't remember the whole history. Somebody killed him before he was even faced charges or something like that. So it's told to do with that, basically, kind of story. But yeah, definitely Mob Rules. If you just want solid metal and you want it good, then German band again, check them out. Onto the vinyl. So back to the Virus sale. I decided I'd pick this one up because obviously it was in the sale. Never heard of this band until I was browsing the website, so again it's kind of a bit of a blind buy, but because of the price I wasn't passing it up. It's a double album, Triosphere, and The Road Less Travelled. This is originally came out in 2010, but I think it's a 2018 reissue. Let me just check. Triosphere, I have to check them as well. They're a Norwegian heavy metal band, power metal influences. They do have a female singer, I believe. Is it Ida Hochland? No idea if I've pronounced her name right. I do apologise if I haven't. So female fronted. They sounded really good from what I heard. That is the back. And this one, obviously, with it being a double album, it's gatefold sleeve. However, you'll need your magnifying glass out again for the lyrics. And it's on a nice blue, translucent blue. Very nice. And the... That's quite a white light. I can change the colour of that, I think. That's better. Yeah. That's it, right way up. So yeah, the sort of labels. So both of the records are the same. So yeah. If I decide I don't like it, which I highly doubt, I'll either sell it on or pass it on to somebody. You just never know. But yeah, Triosphere. Looking forward to checking that out in full. Another one I grabbed, a band I've just recently picked up their latest album from, Sirius Black. They just released a new album this year. This was also in the sale. This one apparently was a 2016 release, so this may well have been the previous one. I'm not 100% sure where it sits in their catalogue, but Sirius Black, they're kind of a... I think they were formed initially by other band members, like a super group kind of band, but they're mostly German based. So this is Mirror World. It's just a single album, but it's also a gatefold. And I think they need the microscope instead of the magnifying glass for that one. It's even worse. And also, interestingly enough, this also comes with the same blue, and that's the label as well, Mirror World. So there you go. Oh, almost. And the Sirius Black album that just was out this year, Sweet 226, I think it's called. Really good stuff. Okay, you know, power metal, obviously. I think, are they power metal? Power metal, they're described as here. You can tell I'm into the power metal these days, eh? I just find it so uplifting and, you know, just kind of like a feel-good vibe about it all. That's what I love about it. Also in the sale, I decided to pick this one up, Brothers of Metal. Another great cover. And this is their first release, Prophecy of Ragnarok. Or Ruch, I'm not sure how that's pronounced. But yeah, this band, there's an 8-piece band, I believe. And I think the main reason for that is there's 3 main vocalists and 3 guitar players. And there's a bass and a drummer. So, you know, full-on musical flavour, that's them all there. And one of the singers is a female, so you've got a mixture of male and female vocals, and this is just epic, fist-pumping, kind of power metal, slash Viking metal kind of stuff. I think they're Swedish, this band, but yeah, that Nordic kind of vibe. I've listened to this one already, and yeah, it's great. There's a lot of kind of melodic choruses, you know, and as I say, fist pumping anthem type songs. So yeah, this is excellent if you want more feel good music. Also in the sale was, I mentioned this band in my previous video, Burning Point. I picked up one of their CDs, The Igniter. This is another one, Vinyl, Feeding the Flames. This one, I think this one is earlier than the CD. So, according to this, it's 2015. I'm not sure if this is a reissue though, or if it's an original, so it may not be 2015. But and these guys are the Finland power metal band. Now this one is not a gatefold, and there was no inner sheet either that came with it, so there's nothing showing the lyrics or anything, and you just get the record, and it's translucent yellow this time. Very nice. Very bright and colourful. Yeah, so there you go. Again, just liked what I heard. I mean, some of these records were down to like €9, so that's basically why I grabbed 2 or 3 more than usual. And I think we've got one more from the Virus sale to show. I'll just put them to the side. I believe how much time it takes to show records now. This was also in the sale, and I was not passing this up. This is Elven King. So this is another album from them, which I don't have. And this one is The Pagan Manifesto. This is the Italian kind of folk symphonic metal, folk metal band. This one is 2014, and it is a double LP. You can see there's a ton of tracks on here. So yeah, never heard this one before, but I'm really quite liking Elven King as well. And inside you have the band pictures and tiny little lyrics again. I think, was there just one? I can't remember. What one was that? No, that's not AFM. I'm sure there was just one of these AFM ones. Oh yeah, it was the Brothers of Metal. That one comes with an inner. In fact, did it even? I never showed you that one, did I? No, it's just on black vinyl, that one, believe it or not. The Brothers of Metal, black vinyl, and that one has an inner sheet with lyrics on it. And that's the only one out of all these AFMs that has the inner. Most of the lyrics are printed in here. And this one is on white vinyl. Yeah, so quite unusual. I don't think I have a white vinyl. I know I've got one that's bone coloured, so there's kind of a pink hue to it, or off-white kind of colour. But I think this is the first. So yeah, and each of the labels are slightly different, but I'm not going to bring out the other one because this video is getting long again. And so that represents my the sale. So yeah, I did buy about, I don't know, something like 12 items out the sale altogether. Something I don't do very often. It was kind of like a mad half hour I had on just browsing the net, and it was like, oh, and then I thought, no, I have to cut it off there because it's just going to be ridiculous. So the other one that I bought off eBay, I was delighted to grab this. I do have it on cassette, and listening to it again on the tape made me decide I need this on vinyl, and it's Magnum's Wings of Heaven. So this is an original from 1988, this record came out. It's a Dutch pressing. I think this might have been the European market. That's an old Deutschmark price sticker from Germany. So it may have originated from Germany, but it's in absolutely amazing condition. It looks like it's hardly been played. There's barely a mark on the vinyl, and the inner sheet as well is in fine condition. And it's on Polydor, but the Magnum have their own label, but it is a Polydor label as well. So, but yeah, the vinyl is, as Brendan Van D would say, minty fresh. Minty fresh. So I was, and that only cost me £5, so really chuffed. I mean, this is a great album. This was actually what first got me into Magnum, because 1988, that was the kind of time. 87, 88 was when I began getting into rock and metal bands, and the song Start Talking Love, track 3 on here, entered the UK singles charts, believe it or not. And that's the first time I think I heard Magnum. And so it kind of, you know, the thing about Magnum kicked off for there, and, you know, here we are. And the last record I got, which was an Amazon buy as well, I was just going to go for the CD, because I have the other two on CD, but the more I looked at this, I thought I need the vinyl, because this artwork is just unbelievable. And I remember someone else showed it, and they said this was it's like a matte, but it's some kind of ink dried thing or something they've done with the cover to make it like this. And it's almost as if some of it is highlighted, you know, and obviously it's to do with the effect, but I cannot get over the detail on this thing. So yeah, Demons and Wizards 3. It's been shown before, and it's just black vinyl, gatefold, and that's the lads there. Yeah, this came with an inner booklet, I think, as well, which does have the lyrics. I wish I'd rather they all did this, put the lyrics on an inner sheet or an inner sleeve or something like that. So it's the back. It does open out, this one as well. So it's a bit better to read than some of the others. But so that is my update, and that's me done for the month as far as bringing stuff in is concerned. But yeah, so thanks for watching, people, and I shall see you all in another video. See you later. Bye then now.